What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to WRC West Coast YouTube channel. So it's been a while, but as promised, this is the follow-up and wrap-up to the RTR E-Buggy initial thoughts and review. We've taken it out to two different tracks. We've taken it to the dirt out in Paris, which is a rather large track, and we took it to Revelation Raceway in Mount Clair, and that's a fairly smaller track, so we were able to get initial opinions from both tracks, right? And that's kind of what we wanted. That's why it kind of took us a bit longer to get this video out. Anyway, all in all, the buggy performed very, very well as we anticipated it would. Component-wise, no issues, nothing to really report there, which is what we would expect considering that the buggy is built with parts that are primarily off of the SBX E-Buggy kit build. There are a few differences, obviously, that we covered in the first video, but for the most part, the buggy performed flawlessly from longevity, durability, handling aspect. It's what we would anticipate. Now for the nitty-gritty, I guess, if you want to call it that. So our initial impressions, and I'm going to kind of interlace this with footage from both sessions we had at the track. We had a bunch of our different, team drivers drive it, give us their initial impressions. And for the most part, again, the buggy performed very, very well. The only thing that's going to hold you back, I think, from seriously competing with this is the electronics. And that's what we knew and we anticipated from the get-go. I initially said that's probably what you would want to do, is replace the electronics. And yeah, the runs we had pretty much confirmed it. Let me go back and say that at the dirt, which is probably one of the largest tracks that we raced at around here, that the motor was severely underpowered. It just needs more. It needs more punch. When you come out of a turn, you do like a 180 and then you punch it to clear a jump, you definitely need more power. And obviously this being a non-censored motor application and you don't have much in the way of, you can't hook up a programmer and get that out of the ESC, you're pretty much stuck to what you have. So again, it performed well at that track. But again, it just needs a little bit more. It needs a little bit more motor. And I don't know if that's from the standpoint of it not having a censored setup, because the motor is a 1900 kV, and I've driven and I've seen other people drive e-buggies with a 1900 kV motor, and they don't have the issues that we were having with the like the punch and the top end speed and whatnot. The gear ratios, we didn't see the need to change them because they were the same as what we were running on the kit e-buggy that Abel runs. And he was running, I think he's running a bigger motor, but I'll get to that in a second here. But yeah, the electronics are the definite holdback in this scenario. The steering servo, for a racing application, isn't going to cut it. It's going to need more speed. There is, I can't even really describe it, but my guys are saying that, they're reporting that there seems like it's a delay from the input on the wheel, on the transmitter, to the tire turning, right? They felt delayed and kind of caused some handling issues, or it seemed like handling issues that were, I think, more related to that delay. Again, it's an off-brand servo. It's got a plastic arm. And, I would imagine there's a lot of flex in them, and you can just see that it flexes. So, yeah. So that being said, to go out there and think you're going to enter this into a club race, and you can. We went out there and went through a whole battery pack, and it did it. But if you're going to want to compete, you're definitely going to want a better electronic set for this thing. So, that was the only thing that we noticed and definitely reported back, that it definitely needs a little bit more oomph out of the motor. The tires that this comes with, and I'm sorry I don't have them here. Again, they're more RTR minded. The pans are super wide apart. It's meant pretty much to cover an all-terrain type of scenario. They were very, very, I would even say, softer than ultra soft. it almost felt like there was no foam in there at all. So you had a lot of flex, side to side. And the tread pattern wasn't the right tread pattern for what we were racing at the dirt. And again, we wanted to go out there and give you an honest assessment of what you get right out of the box. So again, it did the job. We went through a battery pack, more than, a little bit over 10 minutes, and had no issues. The guys are having fun with it, but they said, man, if this thing had more power, it would be awesome. So, we changed the tires. We ran some TZO 202s at that track, and there was definitely an increase, obviously, in traction and response. But again, we weren't able to gain that much out of it because obviously, the motor being, a hindrance in that point. But the tires definitely do make a difference. We then took it to Revelation, smaller track on their new track layout. Much better experience there. I think the electronics, the way they are now, it's better suited for that size track. That being said, anybody that wants more speed at some point, again, is going to notice that they're going to need to get more out of it. So you can always change the opinion and get more out of it, but I don't know if the ESC is going to take it. You're going to generate a lot more heat. And we didn't, we didn't really see the need to do that because I wanted to make sure I got this video out first that was outlining our experience out of the box, right? Same scenario. Went out there with the factory or the included tires out of the kit or out of the RTR box. Same scenario. The track was very, very, very dusty, very very loose. They were watering that day, but it was pretty hot that day, so the track was warming out, drying out, I should say. And yeah, it definitely was the same scenario where the tires are just not the right tire for that terrain. We switched to another similar tread pattern, off-brand tire, just to see what would happen if we put a stiffer tire on it. That definitely made a difference. Abel drove it and he says, yeah, it definitely made a difference, a huge difference in the tires at that track. So that being said, as we already know, sometimes choosing the right tire makes all the difference in the world. We didn't make any changes to the setup on the car. We didn't move the shocks in and out. We didn't move the links. We didn't do anything. Shock fluid, diff fluids are all what came out of the box. So again, we wanted to deliver an honest assessment and an honest review of what this buggy is capable of right out of the box. And it's capable of a lot. So if somebody was getting into this hobby and wanted an RTR, this is perfect for you. I'm gonna agree with everybody else in the general consensus that at the price point, that's not, I don't think is sustainable. I personally am not gonna sell it for the price that they're suggesting because I just don't think a lot of people are gonna jump on it because at that dollar value, you're at the same price point of buying the kit buggy, buying your own electronics, and being at that same price point, and you're good to go, right? So I would say definitely putting this in the ballpark of like a $650, $700 max is fair for the fact that this is pretty much a kit build with RTR electronics. And that's pretty much what I'm gonna suggest that we sell it for in the States. Whether or not that's approved or not is out of my hands, but from my standpoint, honestly, that's what I would sell it for. I agree with a lot of people saying it's a little steep for the price. So that's again our honest assessment of it. Again, the buggy's awesome. It handles great. It just needs more speed and better handling or better steering response. So the next up for that on that front is this will be at DNC, and now we're going to take it to the next level, and I'm going to take it to that level where we're going to exchange the electronics. We're going to put a much better ESC, a much better motor, and a better servo to make it equal to what you would see at a DNC type entry, and then have one of our team drivers enter it and drive it. And then we'll do another video of how the buggy did with better electronics, which we already know is going to do better because the buggy is not the issue. We feel it's the electronics. We appreciate everybody everybody's interest in the RTR E-Buggy. We're going to be definitely having more videos. You know, again, with this being set to go to DNC, we are going to start obviously hooking up, you know, or messing with the setup for the track conditions that we don't know what we're going to get yet, obviously, right? So we'll make those adjustments at the track. But we're excited because this is pretty much going to be a great test for this platform. And again, I think it's capable of a lot once we get some really good race capable electronics. Again, this is being marketed as an RTR. So as an RTR, it's fine. I just don't think it's gonna be successful at the price point that they are currently setting this at. And that's just me being completely honest. I promise you guys I would be, regardless of me being the team manager. What my opinion means or matters may be very little, but again, as a consumer, first and foremost, I would definitely be like, for $1,000, I would expect this thing to be literally ready to run, ready to race, pretty much. So yeah, not much else to kind of go over. We did pretty much more of a review of everything else on the unboxing video. I'll let you guys see the footage. Definitely comment, ask us any questions, or if you see us out at the track, come check it out. This is pretty much this is a team car, pretty much. I ordered it so that we could try it out, review it, and make some adjustments, and kind of keep everybody up to date with what this buggy is out of the box and all the updates we make, and kind of take it through the life cycle of somebody that were to buy this as an RTR and then gradually upgrade it to something they could race with, which I think this is perfect for. But again, more to come on that. Stay tuned for that. Look for updates. We appreciate everybody to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, we're looking forward to seeing everybody out there at DNC. We're definitely looking forward to it. We have some, big plans and high hopes, man. And that's all you can really ask for out of a team, man. And I'm excited for these guys to get out there and get after it. So with that being said, I'm gonna let everybody go. Again, appreciate you for coming back. Let us know what you think in the comments. Again, like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, don't forget to check out the WIRC Shopify store. We pretty much have the full line of WIRC, P1, and Avarice products on there. Still running the 10% for your first order and free shipping. I'll put the discount code in the description below. And yeah, thanks again, everybody. Talk to you later.